4.2a, we're solving equations involving quantities. So it's very similar to what was on the last test. We're going to solve or plug something in for the quantity, and then solve, factor, and then we plug it all back in the end. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is we have to define what variable our quantity is going to equal. So in example number 1, I have x plus 6, all of that squared, minus 16 equals 0. So I have this quantity right here. Now I'm not going to distribute the exponent. Why can't I distribute the exponent? Because there's a plus in the middle. So we have to substitute. So what is u going to equal? Very good, x plus 6. So we let u equal x plus 6.
Is that the imaginary number?
No. Don't worry about that. Okay, so we let u equal x plus 6. So everywhere that I see x plus 6, now I'm going to plug in u. So what's my new equation? U squared minus 16 equals 0. So now I want to factor this guy. Oh, that's much better. So let's factor this guy. This is a difference of 2 squares. Very good. So what do I have? I have u plus 4, thank you, times u minus 4. All of that equals 0. Okay, so am I factored all of the way? No? Am I factored all the way?
No.
Yes, I am. So now, after I factor all the way, I'm going to plug my quantity back in. So now everywhere I see u, I'm going to plug x plus 6 back in. Okay, so let's plug it all back in. We would have x plus 6 plus 4 times x plus 6 minus 4 still equal to 0. Can I simplify that? Yes,
Yep.
you can. 6 plus 4 gives me?
10.
10. So x plus 10 times x plus 2 equals 0. Good. So now I'm factored, I'm simplified, and I want to solve. Okay, what are my two quantities here, guys? What are my two factors? I'm sorry, my two factors. X plus 10 is 1, and x plus 2. So what do I do here? I set each one equal to 0. So I make the T-chart to keep everything organized. And I have x plus 2 equals 0. And x plus 10 equals 0. We all solve that, please? Tell me, who can tell me how I solve the blue one? Good, I subtract 10 from both sides. So I get x equals?
Negative 10.
Negative 10. And Don, how do I do the green one?
You pull over the 2 to the 0,
By
subtract
doing,
it.
good, I subtract 2.
And then you already know you get a negative 2.
X equals negative 2. Well, I know. So what is my answer, ladies and gentlemen? X equals negative 10 and negative 2.
That was pretty easy.
So example 2, I have 3x plus 1 squared minus 64 equals 0. So I know that I have to make that quantity equal to another variable. I've just been using u. So I'm going to let u equal 3x plus 1. And you always need to make sure that you define what the variable is. So you must write off to the side, down below, wherever, u equals 3x plus 1. Because you can't just go start plugging in variables willy-nilly and not tell us what they are. Okay? So u equals 3x plus 1. So what would my new equation be?
U squared.
U squared minus
64
equals 0. Okay? Okay. Okay, so I can factor this one, right? Yes. It would factor to a difference of 2 squares, so we would get u plus 8 times u minus 8 equals 0. Okay, now I'm in u's, but my original equation had x's, so we need to plug those back in. So we would have 3x plus 1 plus 8, 3x plus 1 minus 8 equals 0, and then we simplify that. 3x plus 1 plus 8 gives me 3x plus 9 times 3x minus 7. All of that equal to 0.
Oh no, I did it wrong.
Okay, so we need to combine those like terms here. Then we have 2 factors now. So we set each factor equal to 0. So we would get 3x plus 9 equals 0 times 3x minus 7 equals 0. And I solve these. You guys can do this. We subtract 9 from both sides. 3x equals negative 9. Divide both sides by 3. X equals negative 3. On the second one, we add 7 to both sides. So we get 3x equals 7. Divide both sides by 3. So x equals 7/3. So I have 2 answers. X equals negative 3. X equals 7/3.
Wait, is it this one?
So let's try example number 3. What would